Are you concerned about long-term care costs? Many people are. Are you concerned that if you ever require long-term care in a skilled nursing facility and you rely on Medicaid to pay for that care, that at the end of your lifetime, Medicaid could simply take your home from you so it doesn't go to your children or grandchildren or wherever else you may want it to go at the end of your lifetime? These are real, legitimate concerns. My name is Jason Johnson, estate planning and elder law attorney here in Annapolis, Maryland, and we're going to dive into the topic today of Medicaid estate recovery. Medicaid is a joint federal and state program. It is a means-tested benefit, and among other things, it pays for skilled nursing care, nursing homes, for people who need them or medically needy for that level of care, and for people, in addition to that, who have a financial need to have their care paid for. Care in a skilled nursing facility can cost upwards of over $100,000 per year. So many people rely on Medicaid to have that paid for, for the duration that it's required. Oftentimes it can be many years. When you become eligible for Medicaid, even when you're financially eligible, you can, in many cases, continue to own a home, even if you're not currently living in that home. And because of that, people might be concerned that at the end of their lifetime, Medicaid may, in many cases, have the ability to simply take that home, sell it, and pay itself back for the costs that it paid during the lifetime of the Medicaid recipient. So it's important to understand how the rules work. First of all, let me say that the Medicaid rules are very complex. You shouldn't rely on an internet search or what a friend told you. You really, really should make sure that you get competent legal advice anytime that you're delving into the area of Medicaid or estate planning. So here's how Medicaid estate recovery works in a nutshell. If you own a home and you are approved for Medicaid, which certainly can happen, if you are married, there's a level of protection that your surviving spouse will have to be able to continue to live in the home and maybe to avoid a Medicaid lien entirely. However, if you are not married and you are on Medicaid for skilled nursing care, at the end of your lifetime, there's a very good chance that Medicaid will have placed a lien on your home that they can then use to recover their costs. There are ways to avoid this, even for unmarried Medicaid recipients. There are a number of ways to do this. One of the most common ways is to set up a special kind of trust. Now, this is not the same type of trust that you would use for basic estate planning. It is not a revocable trust. It's a trust that's structured specifically to deal with this issue. By establishing that kind of a trust, years ahead of the requirement or the need for Medicaid, there's protection provided there so that any home that has been transferred into that trust by the eventual Medicaid recipient would be protected from one of those Medicaid liens. There are other ways to protect real property for Medicaid liens. There are other special kinds of deeds that can be used to make sure that the property makes it to children or grandchildren or whoever else the beneficiaries would be and avoid a Medicaid lien entirely. I want to remind you that the Medicaid rules are quite complex. So please, if you're interested in protecting your home from the possible eventual need for Medicaid, consult an attorney who practices elder law and estate planning. It's very important that you get competent legal advice in this area because it's easy to make a mistake if you aren't entirely sure or if you're relying on advice from other sources that may or may not be accurate and good advice. Thank you for joining us in this YouTube video. We look forward to seeing you in our future videos. If you have any questions at all on this topic or any topic around estate planning and elder law, please give us a call at Johnson Law in Annapolis, Maryland. Thank you very much. Have a great day.